Hello everyone! This is... Review! Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Unnamed Drink series. Yes, indeed, that wasn't my brain melting away this time around, but I had that sort of introduction because this is not the Running on Empty series. This is, well, it's whatever this is. There's no name for it. I just try out drinks, and that precisely is what I am doing today. It's been a while since I've done a drink review, but every now and then one of these items will come along that I'll see request after request for me to try out. Personally, it's actually a bit fun to try out these sorts of drinks because I actually got my start reviewing energy drinks. All the way back in 2011 when I first started out the channel, that's all that I did, energy drink reviews. And while this is not an energy drink by any means, it's still fun to try out, and again, I got a lot of requests for it. So, let's get into it. Today's review is for Pepsi Pineapple. It is available at Little Caesars, and only Little Caesars, for a limited time. So you have a bit of a partnership going on between a Pepsi and Little Caesars, and they say, alright, as a bit of a limited offer, you can get anything from Little Caesars, but you could also get some Pepsi Pineapple to wash said sustenance down with. It's just been released. I think they first released it actually back in 2020. It was very well received at the time, so now it's back, and again, only available at Little Caesars. So I got some Little Caesars, and I was able to get, as you can see right here, some Pepsi Pineapple therewith. So this is going to be a very straightforward review. What I essentially want to do is just take a look at the can, see what's in it, I'll pour it out, taste it, and assess it. So the name is very self-explanatory, I would wager, Pepsi Pineapple, so indeed, it's pineapple flavor. It's not grape flavor or anything like that. There's no trick here. It's just pineapple flavored Pepsi. It is marketed, they say, well, this is supposed to be a very pleasant tasting, sweet, refreshing beverage, especially for the summer season. So that's why it's being released right now. It is sold in 16 fluid ounce cans. And obviously these soda cans are very reflective, but I'll try to hold it up at an angle so you could see it best. So there's the Pepsi logo on the can. You can see a standard can right there. And there it says pineapple, Pepsi Pineapple, flavor with other natural flavors, and Little Caesars at the bottom. To verify that it indeed is Little Caesars, there's the beast right there. Look at that thing. So smug. It's got the poor pizza skewered like that. It's disgusting, really. Oh, though you do have the cool pineapple with the sunglasses. So that makes up for it. There's a pineapple right there as well. There's another one. There's a piece of cheese, and that's the bone in the middle right there. Aesthetically pleasing. I always like when they have a little bit of sort of unique branding and design. I always think that could be pretty cool. I should mention that the price for one of these cans is $2. It's $2 for the can. You could technically order online from Little Caesars and just get the Pepsi Pineapple, so technically you're not forced to buy anything with it, and you could just get the soda if you want, $2 a piece. Or you can get it as part of a meal deal, and they'll say if you get a thin crust pizza from Little Caesars, then you could add this on and you can get the pizza and the drink for around $10. So those are just the deals, but again, you're not forced to download any sort of app. You don't have to buy anything else. If you just want the soda, you can get that, but you have to get it from Little Caesars. Let's look at the nutrition facts. Serving size is this one can, so again, 16 fluid ounces, 200 calories per can, 55 grams of sugar. Some of the ingredients include carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, let's see, clarified pineapple juice concentrate. Okay, that adds the flavor right there. Well, what else have we? Natural flavor, phosphoric acid, potassium sorbate, a lot of the usual ingredients that you see in these sorts of beverages. Caffeine content, I would describe it as being mildly caffeinated, as many of these sodas are. Caffeine content is 45 milligrams per 16 fluid ounces. So it has a little bit of caffeine in it, but, not as much that I would say it would really pack a punch or anything. It's just kind of, again, mildly caffeinated. I certainly wouldn't be drinking this if, you wanted to pull an all-nighter or something. And is there anything else? Contains 1% juice. So again, Little Caesars, Pepsi, pineapple flavor. All right, what I will do now, pour it out and try it out. Highly carbonated, you could hear that. I don't know if you could hear this. But it's kind of crackling away. I could already smell the pineapple, and it's, there's no other scent to it. It's definitely pineapple scent, which is kind of what I was hoping for. It'd be weird if I, opened this and it just smelled like garlic or something. And now I'm going to pour it out. I will add that I am no professional bartender or drink pourer, so say whatever you want about my pouring technique, and I'd say it's justifiable. I didn't pour the whole thing out. I suppose I can. May as well. All right. There it is. It's not just the lighting, but indeed, it's not necessarily transparent. Definitely darker color. That's what it looks like right there. And it is carbonated, though. So, with that said, I'm going to try it out, see what it tastes like. Again, I'm getting a very strong pineapple scent from this. Alright, let's try it out. Pepsi Pineapple from Little Caesars, going in. I'll take one more sip. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is one of those beverages, I think the description is perfectly suitable. Sometimes, there are those sorts of items out there where it's like, there really aren't any twists or turns, there's no sort of hidden flavor. It's exactly what they say it is. And a lot of the time, that's really what you hope, right? You would be getting this, of course, maybe because it's limited time, maybe because you really like the packaging or you like Little Caesars. I think a lot of people, though, will be getting this, obviously, for the pineapple flavor. It's a unique flavor, and I would wager that it could be very refreshing, at least as perceived by many. I am pleased to say that it tastes exactly how they said it was going to taste. And again, there is no sort of hidden flavor to this. It smells like pineapple. They say that it tastes like pineapple. There are pineapples on the packaging. So I think it's safe to say it tastes like pineapple too. It's sweet, heavily carbonated. Again, I was hoping that I would be able to show some of the carbonation, but the color of it, it's so dark, you can't really see it. I don't know if when I was holding it up real close to the camera, if you were able to see any of the bubbles rapidly floating to the top, but indeed there are plenty, and definitely it's one of those drinks, that when you take that first sip, you feel it essentially sort of sizzling right on your tongue because of all the carbonation. And a lot of people like that with their sodas. I myself, generally these days, I am not a huge carbonated drink fan, but I'm not going to let that bias get to me. This is what people hope for when they get a soda, especially a Pepsi or something to that extent. They want that carbonation, so I know this is exactly what people would be hoping for. So as far as the carbonation is concerned, it's exactly what you would be hoping for upon getting a Pepsi-like beverage. Very pleasant tasting. It's got the right balance of everything. It has sweetness that is not overwhelming or overbearing. It still has that little bit of acidic bite to it as well, that again, it balances out the sweetness and kind of prevents it from getting overboard, perhaps. So that moderates out very nicely, has that, again, that sort of sweet Pepsi taste to it. And then the pineapple flavor, it's not an afterthought, it's not an aftertaste, it is immediate, but again, it's light, and it just works very well with the sweetness. Pleasant combination, and what I would describe as being flavorful and refreshing as well. So there's that pineapple flavor, again, that little bit of sweetness, and then that acidic, soda-esque bite that it has to it as well. All in all, though, a very straightforward combination. I would say that it tastes as advertised, and again, one of the adjectives that comes to mind for me when I've been trying this drink out, refreshing. That's how I see it. That's sort of what the packaging, I think, tries to emphasize, and I definitely see that element to it as well. It's refreshing, and I could see this being like a good beverage to order, especially on a hot day, and just sip down. Again, I could see that, especially if you're in the midst of some warm weather, definitely getting one of these pretty cool. Yeah, I could see that being very refreshing, definitely. It was actually quite a warm day in my neck of the woods, and certainly a good drink to have on a day like this, in my opinion. Again, the price for the beverage, $2 for the 16-ounce can, but I'm happy with it. Tastes good, good product, good design. I do like the packaging. I think it's cool when they kind of give it that sort of unique flair. Limited time, and tastes good as well. Good, refreshing summertime beverage. So therefore, I'm quite happy with it. I like it. I'd get it again. So out of 10, I would give the Pineapple Pepsi from Little Caesars, honestly, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I like it. Obviously, if you hate pineapple, you might not like this, but in many other circumstances, I see this being quite an enjoyable beverage. That's all that I have for you. Thank you for watching. This is the latest episode of the Unnamed Drink series. Again, trying out Pineapple Pepsi. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm your host, The Report of the Week.